Welcome back to Fox 59 Morning News. As we approach 7 o'clock this morning, we actually start this hour with some breaking news. You likely got the alert on your phone.
Police are searching for 4 kids from West Lafayette. An Amber Alert out for these children. Here's what they look like. Police are looking for Azura, Akira, Alira, and Anthony Ballard. Police think their mother, seen here, Victoria Wharton, abducted the children. West Lafayette police told us they think Wharton is probably out of Indiana right now. They say she might be in Illinois. Police say the mom did not have custody of the kids because of a DCS investigation earlier this week. They say the kids were put with a family friend, and when DCS went to check on the kids, they were gone. We stopped by the apartment complex overnight where the kids were supposed to be living. There was no police activity going on there at that time. If you know anything about where these children are, you're asked to call police right away.
And more breaking news happening right now. This is on the south side of Indianapolis, and we want to show you a live look out on 465, where state police say they believe that one person has been killed after a bad crash there. This is a look at 465 westbound from our INDOT camera. This is on the south side at US 31. The crash is actually between 31 and 37, affecting the westbound lanes. And what we can see there in this shot is that the traffic is still trickling through there. At one point last hour, all of the lanes were shut down. Then they started merging traffic over into one lane to allow the vehicles to sort of trickle through there. And it looks like that is still what's happening there. If you want to avoid this, but you're still traveling through that area, if you're able to, you can use I-65 to get off of 465 before you reach 31. But once again, at least one person killed here, traffic just squeaking through that area. Well, today, Southport Police Lieutenant Allan will be laid to rest.
Lieutenant Allan was shot and killed when responding to a car crash just last week. And we want to get you out a live look here at Crown Hill Cemetery, where we are waiting for that procession to leave there and head downtown to Bankers Life Fieldhouse. That's where Lieutenant Allan's funeral starts at 11 o'clock this morning. And as early as 6 o'clock this morning, we saw officers on motorcycles arriving there at Crown Hill. Lots of officers will escort Lieutenant Allan from Crown Hill to Bankers Life here starting in the next few minutes.
And we see members of the motorcycle patrol. They will be escorting the hearse, carrying the casket on its way out to Bankers Life Fieldhouse. This will be the shorter of the two journeys that this procession will take today. They're expected to leave here just in the next couple minutes from Crown Hill Funeral Home. They will make their way then to Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where then the funeral is expected to start at 11 o'clock today. And here's a look at some of that route. Again, a very somber and solemn ceremony that's taking place over several miles over the course of Indianapolis today. And of course, they've been asking people to come out and show their support and line the streets, if not during this first procession, then after the funeral is ended at Bankers Life Fieldhouse and makes its way back to the cemetery site out Crown Hill. And Alexa Green has been out there this morning. Alexa, you've been watching as they've been arriving out there and the flags are at half staff. Just sort of set the scene for us there of what you're observing right now.
Well, Zach and Jessica, obviously it's been in need.
Alexa, thank you so much. And we are going to get now to our Kyle Inskeep, who's standing by at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where that procession will make its way here shortly. Kyle.
And Jessica, we're expecting that procession to get here this morning. Zach and Jessica, the community really rallying around the Allan family and so many officers that are struggling to really process this loss. Back to you guys in the studio.
All right, Kyle, thank you so much. And you know, you're speaking of the Allan family. We got a statement from Stacy Allan, Lieutenant Allan's wife, and she even called him a teddy bear. She said he wasn't crazy about that name. Officers who knew him best also said the same thing. We called him that. He didn't really like it, but they said that was him. His wife Stacy said that he loved surprising his children. She said whether it was little things like suckers or Matchbox cars or bringing pizza home as a surprise, she said he was their family's teddy bear. She said he worked hard for their little family, is what she called it. And in a statement, she said, I will forever be grateful to our Heavenly Father, shared him with me and our boys. We experienced such unconditional love. He was proud to wear the badge. He was a proud father and husband. Aaron died doing what he loved.
And we should note that today's services are full military-style line-of-duty services. There will be the 21-gun salute, the 21-gun volley out at the cemetery. There will be the final 1042 as they pass by Southport Police Headquarters as well. So we're going to be following all of this morning, and that was that look there before the procession gets underway. When it starts to move, we'll get back to that and bring it to you as well. And as we've said, Lieutenant, everything we need to know coming up for today is at fox59.com, where you can see where the route is and perhaps pick your place where you'd like to go out and line the streets.
And we've got our crews once again at Crown Hill Funeral Home. Also, here's another live look at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where that procession will arrive. Lieutenant Allan's body will be on its way there shortly for today's funeral. So again, we'll keep bringing you team coverage on today's events on air and online.
I'm meteorologist Dave James. Well, kind of a half and half weekend shape, and details on that rain for tomorrow in just a bit.
Welcome back to Fox 59 Morning News. It is 7:12 on this Saturday, and it is a somber day in the city of Indianapolis right now today, as Southport Police Lieutenant Aaron Allan will be laid to rest.
The officer was shot and killed last week when responding to a car crash. We want to get a live look now out at Crown Hill Funeral Home, where they are just preparing to move him into the hearse, and you can see the honor guard there escorting him as they do that. And there's really so much ceremony around this with the honor guard officers from around the state, officers coming in from around the country really to pay their respects to Lieutenant Allan, the Southport Police Department, officers across Indianapolis, and of course his family.
And we see there, those are members of the IMPD Honor Guard who are serving as pallbearers for this. They are specially trained exactly for this ceremony, which is a line of duty ceremony. Many of the motions, the images, the symbolism today that we'll be seeing are rooted in military history. And interesting to note there that the flag draped casket being loaded into the hearse, the flag will be ever present during today's complete service. The body will not move during the ceremony without a U.S. flag nearby. So right up until the moments at the burial, when the casket is lowered at the burial site, that flag will be there before it is specially prepared and presented then to the members of his family.
And they do that. The U.S. flag stays with Officer Allan. This is to represent the oath, their call to uphold the Constitution of the United States. And again, we're talking about the ceremony that we are going to see today. You'll also see the hand salute. This is not part of IMPD protocol to salute an officer superior in rank, but we do salute a fallen officer as a sign of respect in times like these. And you can see family and well-wishers there just preparing to leave Crown Hill Funeral Home to head down to Bankers Life. Those funeral services start at 11, but again, we'll see that procession make its way here shortly.
And we're going to be seeing the escort leaving with the hearse there momentarily. This is the route that they will be taking for the first of the two journeys that the casket will be taking today, starting there at Crown Hill and then making its way down into downtown Indianapolis for arrival at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. We were expecting them to arrive there around 7:30. It looks likely it will be a little bit after that now, where everything will be prepared and everyone will be allowed some private time as well. The family will have some private time before the public begins to arrive, when the public doors to Bankers Life Fieldhouse open at 10 o'clock this morning.
And if you're out this morning and you're in this area, we'll keep that map up. We want to give you the procession route. This will head south on Clarendon Road to 38th Street, then east on 38th to Meridian. From there, it will head south to North Street, east on North Street to Pennsylvania, and then south there to Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And if you look left on your screen there, you can see that motorcycle escort just leaving Crown Hill Funeral Home to escort Lieutenant Allan and his family to Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where those funeral services start at 11 this morning. And there's really so much built into this, all to pay respects to this fallen officer.
Yeah, taken in the line of duty last Thursday while responding to a car crash. There's the motorcycle escort just getting underway, and they will have officers out directing traffic. They'll be hoping and expecting other drivers to go ahead and stop and pay their respects as the procession makes its way to Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And that's going to be such an emotional service and memorial there, as well as people who knew and loved Lieutenant Allan will stand up to speak and share their personal stories about their interactions with him. We've heard so many stories about how he developed strong bonds not only with his colleagues, his brothers and sisters in law enforcement, but the people that he worked with on a daily basis, kids at the schools that he worked with as well.
And we've also talked to the FOP, the Fraternal Order of Police, about planning these services today. They say they'll have a walking guard at the cemetery to meet the coach and walk Lieutenant Allan to the gate of the cemetery to his final resting place later on today. They'll have a colors team with that coach, a riderless horse as well. They say their team, the FOP, is a middleman for the family, the department, and the funeral home, also the church, to make sure everything goes smoothly today. Also to just take that weight, this part, off of the family as they're going through so much right now. And a big part of this today as well is the honor guard. Now, their duty is to ensure that the fallen officer is never left alone. That's part of what the honor guard does. So when Lieutenant Allan died, an officer was assigned escort duty to Lieutenant Allan. This is a man post 24 hours a day until that's then handed over to the honor guard. That usually happens on the day of the viewing, so yesterday. The honor guard then takes over and they stay with the fallen officer until internment. So they play a very big role in the ceremony today.
And the name honor guard truly means that. It is one of the highest honors that someone in law enforcement can have. And we've mentioned that this is a line of duty ceremony today. Unlike what we saw earlier this week with Deputy Chief Jim Waters, there were elements, there were parts of those services that were similar to a line of duty service and ceremony, but his wife, Sherry, was very adamant that she did not want those services to be presented in such a way to overshadow these as well. So these are happening now. We're going to be watching this throughout the morning, again going north on Pennsylvania from Bankers Life Fieldhouse to Washington Street and making its way down. This is the route that will be taking after the funeral service there. Actually making its way sort of around and about, and that very important moment will be when they pass by Southport Police Department for the final 10:42, when the procession will then continue.
And that is, of course, that end of watch call, extremely emotional for everyone involved in this. Even just watching, that's an extremely emotional moment. So this is the procession after the funeral services at Bankers Life. So this will take you from Bankers Life down to the Southport Police Department and then back up to Crown Hill Funeral Home, where he will be laid to rest. So we've got crews out in the field this morning at Crown Hill Funeral Home, at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, and at the Southport Police Department. We'll hear from them just a little bit later.
And people around the state and the country are about to pay their respects to Lieutenant Allan.
As we know, he was killed in the line of duty just last month. That procession headed to Bankers Life right now for his funeral. So again, we'll have that team coverage for you all morning long.
Good morning and welcome back to Fox 59 Morning News. I'm meteorologist David James. But a great day today. Hope you can get out and enjoy it. 78 for the high this afternoon.
All right, David James, thank you. At 7:24 on this Saturday morning, we do continue our coverage of the funeral services for Southport Lieutenant Aaron Allan.
Kyle Inskeep is live downtown outside Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where preparations are underway right now as the procession continues to make its way to that location. Kyle?
And Zach and Jessica, we're expecting that procession Fieldhouse. We're going to bring you some live coverage of that. For now, though, I'll send it back to you guys there in the studio.
Kyle, you've been giving us a good look there. Can you give us just sort of a feel of not only what you're observing, but obviously the sense downtown of this, a sense of duty, but a sense of sadness at the same time?
Yeah, Zach, the mood here is very somber, of course, people gathering here to and be a part of this ginormous show of support.
All right, Kyle, thank you so much. And we've been showing you those procession routes. We've got that information at Fox 59 as well. We'll keep bringing that to you right here. But if you're on these procession routes, whether it's before the funeral services at Bankers Life or after a little bit later on today, you're asked to go outside. Just pay your respects as that procession makes its way past you for the other officers and for the family of Lieutenant Allan as they drive past.
It means a lot to the family and the fellow officers to look out their window and see people lining the streets. You'd be surprised the emotional impact it can have on them. We're going to be right back with more coverage. Stay with us. 7:30 on this Saturday morning, and we do want to update you on breaking news right now as an Amber Alert statewide remains in effect.
Police are searching for 4 kids from West Lafayette. Take a look at your screen. These are the 4 kids who police say are in danger. This is Azura, Akira, Alira, and Anthony Ballard. All of them are under the age of 8. Police say their mother, seen here, Victoria Wharton, abducted the children. West Lafayette police told us they think she might be in Illinois. They are working with police there to try to find her. Police say the mom did not have custody of the kids because of a DCS investigation earlier this week. The kids were put with a family friend. DCS placed them there, and when DCS then went back to check, they say the kids were gone. So we stopped by the apartment complex overnight where those kids were supposed to be living. We didn't see any police activity there. So if you know anything about where those 4 kids are, please call police. And more breaking news this morning, this time on Indy's south side. State police say they believe at least 1 person is dead after a crash on 465 westbound. So this is a look at that right now from our INDOT camera. This is just a little bit west of US 31. So it looks like traffic is being let through there now. Traffic was completely closed off at one point this morning. Folks were told to detour on Highway 31 or even I-65, but it looks like traffic is getting around just a little bit slower this morning, and it looks like they still have rescue crews and cleanup crews. They're off to the side of 465, so just take it slow if you're heading through that area.
And we continue our coverage today of funeral services for Southport Police Lieutenant Aaron Allan as the procession right now is making its way toward Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And
that's where our Kyle Inskeep is right now. We want to get right out to him for more on what he's seeing there. Kyle, you've been seeing them prepare to receive Lieutenant Allan. What are you seeing now?
Yeah, Jessica, we believe that the processional is very close here to Bankers. It does arrive here, Zach and Jessica. We will bring you live pictures of that part of this ceremony.
Kyle, thanks a lot. And as you were speaking, we were able to look at a different viewpoint looking down the street where we expect the procession to approach. And then also from our downtown tower camera, we can see there the plaza outside Bankers Life Fieldhouse where the Honor Guard members are standing by. So we'll be using all of these looks to show you and set the scene as this arrival is happening. Right now, hundreds of law enforcement officers leading Lieutenant Allan's body from Crown Hill Funeral Home there to Bankers Life Fieldhouse. And again, that funeral is starting at 11 o'clock.
And our Alexa Green is now live at Crown Hill where that procession started within about the last 20-25 minutes or so. Alexa, take us through that.
Jessica and Zach, what an incredibly moving the life that he lived. Zach and Jessica.
Alexa, thank you very much. And again, as soon as that begins to arrive downtown, we'll bring that to you here. And again, we want to remind you that today's funeral is happening at 11 o'clock at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. About 5,000 people expected there to attend. We'll be showing you the entire service right here on Fox 59. If you're on the go, you can also stream it live at fox59.com or in the app.
And we will be right back. 7:40 right now, and here is a live picture. We see that procession making its way down Pennsylvania, heading towards Bankers Life Fieldhouse for the funeral services for Southport Lieutenant Aaron Allan. Again, this is a live look, and what a look that is. This is very moving stuff.
This is as the very front of that procession is now making its way on Pennsylvania downtown, prepared to arrive at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Of course, the motorcycle escort right there in front. And then you're going to be seeing a line of flashing lights for several miles as they make their way from Crown Hill Funeral Home. Our Kyle Inskeep is downtown watching this right now as well. And Kyle, can you describe what it's like to be standing right where you are?
You know, Zach, this is an incredibly moving experience, I think, for everyone that is here paying their respects to Officer Allan this morning. You can see these motorcycles leading this procession, and as you notice, they are going very slow, and that's kind of the point of this, for everyone to pause and reflect. You can see all the flashing lights, no sirens, but this procession, as you guys mentioned, several miles long. It took them more than 30 minutes, about 41 minutes to be exact, to make it from Crown Hill Cemetery here to Bankers Life Fieldhouse. Those of us familiar with the Indianapolis area know typically that's about a 10 or so minute drive, but this was designed to make sure that people pause and reflect and really think about the sacrifice that Lieutenant Allan made more than a week ago. And we're now hearing the honor guard called to order here outside of Bankers Life Fieldhouse as the hearse carrying the body of Lieutenant Allan is nearing us. We're going to pan around here and hopefully get that shot to bring that to you guys live on air. But this hearse being escorted by 4 motorcycles, 2 on each side. It's now nearing the entrance here at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. We're getting our first look at the casket draped in that American flag here this morning. It's now making its spot here in front where the honor guard is about to greet it. But again, behind it, we're seeing even more cars that are part of this procession just continuing to go up. And we talked about how they're expecting about 5,000 people to be here today. And not too long ago, I saw 2 officers walk by me that came from New York City. We're just going to pause here as we are starting to see some officers get out, as we believe they are about to take the casket out of the hearse here and walk it inside to Bankers Life Fieldhouse.
There will be moments down there where you can hear a pin drop through downtown Indianapolis right now. Every portion of this has been trained by the honor guard and the other officers down there, meticulously prepared for. And we should note also that you're seeing a little bit of red on the officers' uniforms down there. That also is intentional. It's symbolic of the blood spilled by an officer who is killed in the line of duty, which Lieutenant Allan was. So that's another part of this, a lot of the symbolism, not only the words that are spoken, the motions that are given, but just some of the imagery as well. The band across the badge, it all has meaning, and it is specific to a day like today.
And this is something that the Fraternal Order of Police, the Honor Guard, that they call their unfortunate honor, something that they do prepare for, to say goodbye to a fallen brother or sister in the line of duty. And it's almost overwhelming in how emotional this is. Zach, you were saying, you know, we're seeing the lights with no sirens, and that really speaks volumes. Just such a show of respect here. We could see the number of motorcycle officers leading this procession down to Bankers Life Fieldhouse, and the ceremony behind this has all been practiced and planned out. They want to do this right to honor Lieutenant Allan, to honor his family as they're going through something really unimaginable.
And you mentioned family. Aside from all of his brothers and sisters in the police departments and law enforcement, Lieutenant Allan was a local guy also. He has family, friends, a lot of roots planted here in central Indiana. He graduated from Decatur Central High School in 1997. He's also an Air Force veteran. He was in the Air Force before being medically discharged. And then it was in 2001 that he began working as a civilian police department member. And that speaks to his desire to be an officer, to work in a civilian capacity. In 2001, he then accepted that same civilian capacity in 2004 with the Marion County Sheriff's Department.
And let's just take a moment here to watch the ceremony as they remove the casket now.
There it was, the transfer of the casket inside to Bankers Life Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis. Lieutenant Allan has now reached that location over the next couple hours. He will be there, and family members will have some private time there before the public funeral gets underway at 11 o'clock.
And obviously a very somber, silent portion of the ceremony there. He was escorted inside Bankers Life by the honor guard. You saw the salute, and that is simply to show respect. So again, that funeral gets underway at 11 o'clock this morning at Bankers Life. Keep it right here. We continue our coverage after the break.
Good morning and welcome back to Fox 59 Morning News. I'm meteorologist David James. Cooler temperatures will hang with us through most of the 7-day outlook.
And here's another live look downtown at Bankers Life Fieldhouse, where Lieutenant Aaron Allan's funeral is set to begin at 11 o'clock this morning. Just within the last several minutes, the funeral procession arrived there at the front entrance.
And that procession started just after 7 o'clock from Crown Hill Cemetery. You're seeing some of that procession here and the escort as the hearse made its way to Bankers Life Fieldhouse from Crown Hill. Different departments from around the state and really around the country are going to be part of this today. And different departments will be patrolling around Southport. This way that Southport officers can be there to attend Lieutenant Allan's funeral. Police are encouraging the community to line the procession route today to show their support. And the public is welcome and invited to today's funeral at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. We want to get you some more information about today's plans. Lieutenant Allan's funeral is today. It starts at 11 at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. After the funeral, police will lead a procession to Lieutenant Allan's final resting place at Crown Hill. If you cannot make it to the services, you can watch those right here on Fox 59. You can also watch those streaming at fox59.com. It is 7:55 right now. We do have much more ahead right here on Fox 59 Morning News. We continue our team coverage of Lieutenant Allan's funeral today. Angela Brower with our news gathering partner CBS 4 is live right now in Southport. She has more on what will be taking place there today. Angela?
Yeah, you guys mentioned that procession this morning. That's coming up in just a few minutes.
Angela, thanks a lot. And we end this hour here with one more look downtown at the Indiana State House, where the flag is flying at half staff. Governor Holcomb asking flags around Marion County to be flown this way from sunrise to sunset today to honor Lieutenant Allan's service and sacrifice. We'll be right back. Stay with us.